welcome back to another video of the HTML and CSS web development course. So, in last video we created some paragraphs, we created our first blog post, and we created some small attributes like author and publication. So, in this video we're going to talk about unordered lists, and we're going to talk a little bit about ordered lists. So, an unordered list is, as it's stated, it's a list which is not ordered. So, what we're going to do, we'll go up here, above the H1, in the body. We're going to open up a UL, and we're going to close it, and we're going to give this some space. So, when you work with the UL, so unordered list, you always work with list items. So, we're going to use an li, and we're going to give this home. We're going to create another one called about, another one called my favorite song, and we're going to give this last one, is going to be contact. So we're going to save this, and we're going to refresh. As you can see now, we have an unordered list. Officially this should be the navigation, but it's not navigating, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to upgrade this. We're going to open up an href. I'm going to give this a small thingy. So, and then you have, like, when you go here, you have, see, like, after the href you have like the closing bracket, and then between the closing bracket and the closing a statement we're going to call home. I'm going to save this, go to here, and now, oh wait a second, we have one thingy too many there, so I'm going to close this, and now it's a link. As you can see, it's you can click it, it doesn't do anything, but that's a little bit what the href does, right? So we're going to do this here, href equals, that's a minus, we're going to delete the about, and we're going to close this, and we're going to give this a separate value. Now we're going to delete my favorite song, I'm going to give this bump, I'm going to give this an href, close it, oh, I'm going to give this as some data, close it, and we're going to call this my favorite song. And last but not least, I'm going to delete this, going to open it up, going to give it an href, and we're going to go give this as well. So, oh, I've got to give this a value, so the value is going to be contact. So, as you can see, now we have a whole navigation and it's clickable. Pretty cool. So that was the unordered list. Something else we're going to do, we're going to add an ordered list. So, the difference between an unordered list and an ordered list is that you can give your ordered list a type. So in this case, oh well, close it, open it up, and you know what, we give this a header first. So we're going to give this a header 3, and we're going to call this stuff I want to learn. Save this. Inside the URL, you're going to call a list statement, and we're going to call this, the first one we're going to call Angular. Gonna add another one, and we're gonna call this Swift, because why not, right? Third one, we're gonna call Bootstrap, because Bootstrap 4 is actually a pretty nice framework as well. And last but not least, we're gonna learn Node.js to build backends. Wait, we're gonna add one more. This is my personal favorite, Vapor. Vapor is also for building backends and websites and stuff like that, but it's based on Swift. So we're gonna refresh, And now we have a new header. We have here Angular, Swift, Bootstrap, Node.js, and Vapor. But we want to give this a type. So we're going to write the type. And when you write inside the OL statement, so in the ordered list statement, you write type, you can choose between 1, a Roman 1. So let's try this out, shall we? So we change this to an A, save it, go back. Here. Now the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 changed from A, B, C, D, E. And you can also change it to a small a. They have smaller uncapitalized, which you also can do. You can give this the Roman counting mechanism, right? And I think this looks pretty cool actually, so we're gonna keep this. This is really nice. So, as you can see here, one thing, our navigation, it doesn't look really nice, does it? So, now we're gonna add our first really small inline CSS. And we're gonna call this with the style attribute. So with style you can call CSS inside of HTML. This is called inline CSS. And we're gonna call this a display of inline block. Save it. Let's see what happens. Okay, that looks good. What happens if we just use inline? Perfect. So, what this does, it takes care of the bullets, so the bullets are gone now. What we're gonna do, inside the list, we're gonna call style display of inline. We're gonna save this, and we're gonna copy this. I know some people will tell you in coding, copying is not the way to do it, but when you work with inline CSS, this is a little bit the way how it works. So, as you can see now, our unordered list, our navigation bar actually is now horizontal and starts to look a little bit more like navigation. So, this looks pretty nice. We did a good job here on the ordered list and the unordered list, and of course the nav bar. Yeah, we did a really good job here. I'm really proud of us. We did it amazing. This is a little bit how coding works, right? You just do it, you keep doing it, and at some point you start to remember how to do it. And don't be ashamed if you don't understand all this. You will eventually. But I think till now we are doing a great job. So, in the next video we're going to talk about links and references. We already talked a little bit about it with the ahref, but with the links and references we're going to fill those references up. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you learned something, and I hope you're still enjoying it. So, I hope to see you in the next video.